All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Allen off the bootleg. And this one caught by Beasley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Buying time to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Jones on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
60 outlaw. Blue draw corporate. Smooth.
To throw on third down. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this one go into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between and created a foul.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that's complete to Brown.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Gore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. And that looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From the 31. Allen. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. On first down, it's Gore. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 17, Allen, Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
From the 29, Jones. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people get credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run. It's Gore. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a draw play for Gore. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Allen. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. It's caught by Coleman.
Jones pass. Complete to Corey Coleman.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
3rd and 5.
Hey, keep it up. Hey, Zoo. 49's Zoo.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Peppers. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate. A 1st down there on a pickup to 25.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's caught. It's Coleman.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gore. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. 27 yards there, a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Gore. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he finds Beasley, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. Allen now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The pass to Brown as he holds it in, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gore. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Gore. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Grant Haley in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now Allen to throw on third down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Bills on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. He finds Yeldon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his... guys will get the football back.
Good job, D.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
Jones now to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Jones throw on target to Shepard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On the counter, Gore. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Mike. Check. Middle. It's just me and you.
On play action, Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Buffalo, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.